Hey, how's it going?
How you doing?
I've got a World War II flight jacket that belonged to my father and some mission logs that he kept while he was flying around in a tin can.
Okay, that's what they really were.
I came down to the pawn shop today to sell my dad's World War II bomber jacket and mission logs. I want to sell them today because I have no one to pass them on to. I am definitely looking to get $800 to $1,000 because I think they tell a story together.
All right, so this was your father's.
It was.
What kind of plane did he fly in?
The B-17. And as you can see, he kept track of his bombing missions, of which there was D-Day.
Every time they had a bombing mission, they put a bomb on their jacket. To be on D-Day is pretty cool. There was a lot of planes on D-Day. A lot of them got shot down. I mean, this is an amazing jacket because if he flew 29 missions and still lived, usually they got to, like, maybe this first row. It was the most dangerous job in the military, period.
Really?
B-17 Flying Fortress was an amazing aircraft. They returned from missions half destroyed, and somehow or the other, they were still able to fly. The men who flew them loved them. But that said, thousands of them were shot down. So what's in the logs? Is there any here from D-Day? This is all 1944.
There should be, because
right.
he was in flight on D-Day.
Okay, day of days, D-Day. Jesus, I have never seen so much flak. It was terribly accurate, intense, and extra heavy. Had I been at my radio, I would have been pushing up daisies. 7 holes in ship. He moved, he came back, and there were 7 holes where he was sitting. Pretty amazing.
He would also count down. He'd go 10 to go, 9 to go, and I didn't know what that meant.
When you went over there, the number of bombing runs was 25.
Oh, okay.
You did 25 and you were out. I've gotten a couple of World War II bomber jackets, but never with corresponding paperwork. This is gonna make it worth so much more money. What do you want to do with it? You want to pawn it? You want to sell it?
I'm looking to sell it.
Okay. I mean, people like to buy these because they're, you know, they're history, and they're actually pretty cool. But I have no idea what fighter squadron he was in.
Right.
I just want to know more info about it before I give you a price. And my buddy actually is the curator of an aviation museum, so he'll know everything about it.
Perfect.
Let me go give him a call, and
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Appreciate it. I grew up with my dad wearing his jacket, and then after reading the mission logs myself, I am excited to see what the expert might say about the pieces together.
Hey, Corey.
Hey, Mark, how you doing, buddy?
How are you?
Always good, man.
Smartest guy I know.
Cool.
The guys normally call me down here when they've got a really interesting or unusual historical artifact that they need some more information on. So what do we have today?
We have a World War II bomber jacket and some actual flight logs from the B-17.
Oh, interesting.
This is my father's jacket.
Do you know what position he was on the bomber crew?
He was a radio man.
Mm-hmm. Do you mind if I take a look at the flight logs?
Nope. That's kind of why they're here.
You know, the interesting thing is this was not official documentation. The debriefing, that was official, and that was done at the end of the flight. This, obviously, your father, he just wanted to have a record of what he was doing. And it's amazing stuff when you read through this. You know, light flak, bombs away, right wing picked up a hole 1 foot in diameter. I was really scared as usual. What I love in this, he's honest. This is wonderful. This is great first-hand material. Mission logs like these that was just one man's account of what happened on each mission, that's really quite unusual. To have the logs going along with the pilot's jacket, that's amazing because that just brings it alive.
There's a few things I want to ask you about it before I start making an offer on this thing. First off, do you know what patch that is?
This is actually a squadron patch. It's actually the 364th Bombardment Squadron. What is missing on here is it's either a coyote or a wolf's head on it with a lightning bolt coming through it.
The other thing is, why 29 bombs and not 25?
It's later in the war, and my own sense is he probably decided to keep flying. When we think of World War II veterans, we tend to think of old men and old women, but these were kids. And these were in their late teens, early 20s, and they were scared, but they were willing to do the job that needed to be done.
As always,
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in, man.
Good to see you.
So how much were you looking to get out of it?
Well, being as he said it was such a unique piece, I was hoping maybe go to 2,500.
I agree with you that it's a lot cooler now that Mark's came in and take a look at it. But I can't do 2,500 bucks.
$15?
I will do 12. I will do $1,200, and that would be my tops.
Okay, I'll agree to the 12.
All right, it's a deal. You want to write it up, Corey?
Yeah, just follow me.
Okay, thanks. We ended up settling for $1,200, which I felt was fair. I feel good, and I hope that people get to experience the jacket and the logs as I did.
Dad, check this out.
So what do we got here?
We have a World War II electronically heated suit for the Navy.
All right.
Looks like something Chumley would wear, right?
Looks like something I would wear. You mind if I try it on?
Go ahead.
It's not gonna fit you.
Well, I mean, I could wear this thing like when I ride my bike across country.
It's heavy.
No, it doesn't fit you.
No.
Yeah, fat guy in a little coat.
I have a World War II electronically heated suit that I'm hoping to sell today. I paid 50 bucks at a garage sale for it. The suit looked really cool, looked really warm, and it was in really good condition. I'm trying to get $300 for my suit.
This is cool. So they had to make these during World War II because the B-17 was not an insulated bomber. So you imagine being in an airplane going 100 miles an hour where it's freezing on the ground and it's way colder up in the air.
How cold would it get up there?
Cold enough to spit on the ground and it's ice by the time it hits the ground. That's how cold it was up there. The majority of the frostbite cases during World War II were not from ground troops, they were from the airplanes.
Wow.
A human being just can't function that way. It doesn't matter how much clothes you're wearing, it's just not gonna work. So they were basically electric blankets sewed into a suit.
The condition looks like it was almost never used.
I don't think it was ever used. Super cool.
Yeah.
You ever try it on?
I tried it on.
How do you know it's Navy?
It says it on the tag and
Okay.
did a little bit of research.
All right. And I'm pretty sure it was a 24-volt power source on these things.
24 to 48 or something like that.
24 volts. I absolutely love it. I think this is an amazing piece of history. And it's slightly stylish, too. How much you want for it?
I'd like to get $300.
Okay.
I don't know that they're collectible, but they are cool and it will sell.
Oh, you just said it was cool.
Oh, it's cool for what it is. It's just not cool to wear.
Guy has no fashion sense. You know what? I don't normally do this, but I'll give you 300 bucks for it.
Right on.
We got a deal, man.
Right on.
It's incredibly cool. This is my thinking on this. I'm gonna trade this for another one that's my size. We go write them up?
Yeah, I'll write him up. And what he's actually gonna do is he's gonna try to lose weight to fit into this thing and it's gonna hang out here forever.
I feel really good about selling it. I'm gonna take the $300 and take my girlfriend out for a fun night.
All right, and what do we got here?
I've got a United States officer's cadet uniform from West Point.
I can't believe they'd actually wear this thing in the summertime. It's all wool and leather.
Well, they make them sweat it out. I've collected for a long time, and now I'm selling this item because I need the money. And the lowest I'll take for it is $3,000.
So how did you come about this?
I purchased this from a military auction about 15 to 18 years ago.
Cool. One of my favorite antiques is American military. I really like it. I mean, my dad was in the military, and the stuff just really interests me.
It says U.S. Officer Model 1895 blue wool undress tunic. It's correct for Model 1902. And it's very, very rare to get them with the original hardware.
When Phil showed me the jacket, I was blown away. I couldn't believe that this jacket was 100 years old and this great a shape.
It's not just a common uniform by any West Point officer. This uniform belonged to Griswold's.
When he said Griswold, that immediately got my attention. Griswold was the only guy from Nevada that was a general during World War II, and that's huge.
He was the commanding general of the Third Army. He was one of the generals that went into the Philippines, I think Guadalcanal. And you can check it out. And it says Griswold. And it says 12/17/09. One of his family members contacted me by email to verify that that is his signature.
Yeah, it's neat. I could tell it's real because the iron ink is already beginning to oxidize. That's why it turns that brownish color.
Yes.
And that's how you can tell it's old.
Takes years to turn that color. All his other uniforms were donated either to the Smithsonian or to West Point.
I've dealt with a lot of military items in the past, but I've never had anything associated with a general. And anything associated with a general means it's associated with more money. So how much did you want for it?
I'd probably go 35 on it, unless it's worth more.
3,500?
Yeah.
I'll have to do a little digging to find out what it's worth.
Okay.
This West Point jacket is in great condition, but before I can put an offer on it, I need to have it authenticated. I have a friend that works at the Clark County Museum, and he is an expert on American military. I'll see you tomorrow, man.
All right, thank you. I welcome the expert's opinion because that's going to help me sell the uniform, and I'm sure he'll agree that it's worth at least $3,500.
Sit down, please.
This is the infamous jacket I told you about.
Ah, yes. I'm looking forward to this. I'm the administrator for the Clark County Museum system, which means I run the 3 museums that are operated by Clark County, Nevada. Now, do you mind if I open these up and take a look? No.
Go ahead.
What's interesting is not just that it's a West Point jacket, but it was a man who made quite a career in the military. He became a lieutenant general, which is quite high in the military, and he was a Nevada native. This is a very unusual thing. As I'm looking at areas like the buttonholes here, the way that those are lined, you know, the way the stitching is done, all of that seems correct to me. This has been added on, and that's probably a later piece. You can see that it's a different kind of fabric. It's not the same fabric as here. It's been added on. Probably the original one got torn. It's not wrong in that it shouldn't be on there. But it's a later addition to the jacket. And this is very typical. When you look at the sleeves, this striped lining, very typical. It's a very typical material at the turn of the century. The wear seems correct. And this would have gotten a lot of wear because in West Point, she would have worn this a lot. I mean, I know what you can do if you want to fake something. I see nothing on here that tells me that that's been done. So if this was offered to me, I would take it for the museum. Looks right to the time period. The insignia is right. The construction is right. The materials are right. I think you've got a very, very nice piece here.
Thank you.
And just a wonderful coat. I've dealt with a lot of uniforms over the years in many museum collections, and it was very nice seeing one that is from that time period in that kind of condition, because it's very good condition, and was right.
So in your personal opinion, what do you think it's worth?
I can speak to whether it's real or not. I can tell you what I know about it, but you know, I can't tell you anything on the value. You can check that on your own.
I've been trying to get prices out of him for years. He won't give them, period. He just tells you if it's real. Okay. And that's why I come and see him.
But
thanks,
thank
man.
you.
I really, really, really appreciate it.
I appreciate you bringing it by. Thank you, Phil, for coming in.
Thank you for taking a look at my uniform.
The moment Mark said it was real, I knew I had to have it. But the question was, how much can I pay for it and still make a profit?
All right, so we know it's real now, so give me my money.
Okay, yeah, well, let's negotiate. Okay. Now that we both know the jacket is real, we got to come up with a price. A few days ago, he came in and he wanted $3,500, but I got to get the jacket for much less. So, hey, man, the big question, what do you want for it?
$8,500. Yeah, well, that's what I want for it, but as far as what's reasonable,
yeah.
I'd probably go around in the $3,500 price range on it.
It's really, really cool, but it's so hard to price things when there's only one of them.
This jacket is probably one of the most significant historical items you can have in your store. It has a name behind it.
Yeah, I know.
It's a really, really high-end piece. I mean, there's nothing you have here that I've seen that comes close to what this would do for your store to have this kind of quality in your showcase.
I gotta make money, and I just don't know if I can on it. That's the problem. I mean, literally, I think I'd buy it for $1,500.
How about 15 cash and 12 in trade?
That I go 1,500 cash. You know, I mean, I don't mean to beat you up, but it's just everything scares me to death. I'm getting 50% of what I was getting for diamonds. I'm getting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, the prices have dropped that much on everything.
Well, give me some trade. Give me something. I want to buy something from your store. Give me 15 cash and 5 trade.
Okay, deal.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
We did get a deal.
we did get a deal. All right, it's cool, because I didn't think we were going to be able to make a deal.
Yep, well, I'm happy with the deal. He bought the jacket, and I got some cash, and I get to go on a shopping spree.
14. I am really pumped. I bought a jacket that I really love. I know I can make money on it, and I'm really excited.
Oh, it's you again. Trying to sell me something else, huh? What you got there?
I got some World War II stuff here from my dad. This is a survival kit.
First aid kits in the Second World War. And they had gum, they had candy bars, they had speed, morphine.
So I guess if you were shot down and hurt really bad, you could take some morphine and have some fresh breath.
I decided to come to the pawn shop today to sell my dad's World War II pilot jacket, a first aid kit, and a hat. We found it in his closet. It's been there for years. Maybe somebody who really appreciates it can buy it and display it somewhere. I'm hoping to sell these items for about $2,000 or $3,000. I might go as low as about $1,500. My dad was stationed in Italy. He flew missions, primarily bombing trains and power stations. This is the jacket that he wore while he flew. It's got the airplane he flew, the P-38 right here.
Okay.
The P-38 Lightning was a World War II fighter plane that was really unique because it had twin engines. It was so cool looking that the 1948 Cadillac had its tail fins modeled after it.
I mean, there was basically two wars going on. There was the Pacific campaign against the Japanese and Europe. Italy was bad. I mean, we first went to invade Italy. The Germans were dug in. They had good weapons. You know, they could dial the guns into 10,000 feet.
Right.
And all they had to do was blow up a few hundred feet from you, and it would take a plane down. Remember, these things were like micro-thin aluminum all around them.
He was lucky enough not to get hit, neither did any of his friends. He was just a kid. He even said if he was any older, he probably would have been too smart to be flying over there because he was 19 or 20 years old. They thought they were invincible, and he actually had a good time over there.
The jacket intrigues me, though. Some of these can be worth a lot of money. Do you know how many runs he made?
I really don't, but he was there, I think, 2 years.
The hat I don't think is worth a lot of money, to tell you the truth. A little moth-eaten, too. And
We could open that if you want.
no, I don't want to open it. I don't think any of this stuff is really good anymore, besides maybe the matches. The only questions I have is I know this insignia right here is from Italy, okay?
Okay.
The thing that really weirds me out here, though, I'm pretty sure the P-38 Lightning was Pacific theater only.
Now, I know he was in Italy because he had relatives over there. He went and saw them.
I just want someone to check this out, make sure it's actually not something that the ground forces wore or something like that. It's an actual flight jacket. I want to find out about the first aid kit because I've never had one. The hat, we might as well have him check it out while he's here.
Okay.
All right?
Good.
If these items were used by a fighter pilot during World War II, there's no question. I want them. But I've never heard of a P-38 being used in Italy, and that concerns me, so I have to have them checked out.
Hey, Paul, how's it going?
Hey, Rick, how you been?
I'm doing great.
I'm Paul Milbury of Military Historical Arms and Antiques. I'm an expert in all types of military stuff, dating from World War II back to about 1776. And Rick, what's your concerns or questions about the jacket?
What's it worth? My other concern was the P-38 on the back. I thought that was Pacific theater only. I could have been wrong.
The P-38 Lightning was used by the 97th Fighter Squadron from 1942 to 45. The Latin name was Gervenso Satana, which is Latin for devil cat.
So this was from the Devil Cats.
Yeah.
Okay.
The painting on the back is fairly weak. One of the sad things is it's been on a hanger too long.
Right.
Where you see that where it's
yeah.
broken through.
Now, what about the survival kit?
You don't see these too often anymore with the contents.
So what's something like that worth?
This isn't in the best of shape, so it's
right.
maybe 75 bucks.
Okay, and is the hat worth anything?
The hat is not in too great a shape. You have a lot of mothing here. In this condition, you'd be lucky to get $35, $45 out of it.
Okay.
Now, do you have any other items that go with it? Because actually what's going to make this valuable is the paperwork and the history saying what he did, where he did it. That's what brings in the value now. The jacket, I'd say put between $1,000 and $1,500 with history behind it, with the paperwork, with other stuff. I mean, the jacket could bring, $1,500 to $2,500.
Okay.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Flight jackets are really great. I mean, you don't see them too often. They're disappearing from the collector's market.
So what do you want to do with these?
Probably sell it.
Okay. How much did you want for them?
I was thinking around 1,500.
That's not going to happen. They got like $750 for all of it.
We're not collectors, we're sellers.
Right.
And when we pay you $100 bills, then we have to take and hold it, market it, and then we try to acquire more $100 bills. But
I'm doing the
sometimes
same.
we don't.
Listening to Paul, I'm thinking, I got paperwork at home that goes with this. Maybe I'll hold on to it, put the package together, and bring it back in here.
Yeah, because if you bring that in, I can probably make more money when I sell it.
We could all do it.
Yeah, we can all make more money. It would be nice.
They wanted to offer $750. That's a pretty good price, but I'm hoping to put together more of a complete collection, bring it back here, maybe get $5,000 or $10,000.